The night of June 27, 1988, was supposed to be the ultimate test for Mike Tyson. Inside the convention hall in Atlantic City, boxing fans gathered to watch what many believed would be the toughest challenge of Tyson's young career. Across the ring stood Michael Spinx, an undefeated champion with a record of 31 wins, 0 losses, and 21 knockouts. Spinx was not just any opponent, he was the lineal heavyweight champion and former undisputed light heavyweight champion. Tyson himself entered the ring with a terrifying record of 34 wins, 0 losses, and 30 knockouts, holding the WBC, WBA, and IBF heavyweight titles at just 21 years old. The fight was promoted as Once and For All, and it became the richest boxing event in history at the time, generating around $70 million, with Tyson earning about $22 million and Spinx about $13.5 million. When the opening bell rang, there was no feeling out process, no slow tactical start. Tyson immediately exploded out of his corner like a predator. Within the first 10 seconds, he launched a powerful left hook that forced Spinx to retreat and cover up. The speed difference was shocking. Tyson moved forward with constant head movement, slipping past Spinx's jab and forcing him backward toward the ropes. Spinx tried to clinch, hoping to slow the champion's momentum, but Tyson's aggression was relentless. About halfway through the round, Tyson began landing heavy body shots and short hooks. Then came the first devastating moment of the fight. Tyson delivered a crushing combination, a sharp punch to the body followed by a hook upstairs, that forced Spinx to drop to one knee. It was only the second official knockdown of Spinx's entire professional career. The crowd erupted as Spinx took the referee's count and slowly rose to his feet around the count of 4. But the danger was far from over. Tyson could sense weakness, and like a true finisher he attacked immediately after the restart. Spinx attempted to throw a right hand while moving away, but Tyson slipped it effortlessly. In the next instant Tyson fired a brutal left-right combination to the head, a perfectly timed counter that smashed into Spinx's jaw. The impact was devastating. Spinx collapsed flat onto the canvas, completely stunned. The referee began counting, but it quickly became clear that the fight was finished. Spinx tried to get up, but his legs refused to respond. After 1 minute and 31 seconds of the very first round, the referee waved it off. Tyson had knocked out Michael Spinx in one of the most shocking displays of dominance in heavyweight history. The fight lasted just 91 seconds, making it one of the shortest heavyweight championship fights ever recorded. Remarkably, only 10 punches landed in the entire fight, 8 from Tyson and 2 from Spinx. Yet those few punches were enough to end an undefeated champion's career. On February 11, 1990, inside the massive Tokyo Dome in Japan, the world expected another quick destruction from the most feared man in boxing, Mike Tyson. At just 23 years old, Tyson was the undisputed heavyweight champion with a terrifying record of 37-0 and 33 knockouts. Fighters didn't just lose to Tyson, they were destroyed by him. When the bell rang, something felt strange. Instead of running or panicking like Tyson's past opponents, Douglas stood tall and started jabbing Tyson repeatedly. His height and reach advantage made it difficult for Tyson to get inside. Round after round, Douglas calmly controlled the fight, shocking commentators and fans around the world. By the middle rounds, Tyson's left eye was badly swollen, and his corner was so unprepared they didn't even have the proper tool to treat it. They had to use a latex glove filled with ice to reduce the swelling. For the first time in years, the baddest man on the planet looked frustrated. Suddenly, Tyson exploded with a brutal right uppercut that landed perfectly on Douglas's chin. The challenger crashed to the canvas. The crowd erupted. Many believed the fight was finally over. Douglas slowly got up at the count of 9, barely surviving the round as the bell rang. Most people thought Tyson would finish him in the next round, but something incredible happened at end round 9. He began hammering Tyson with combinations, jabs, and powerful right hands. Tyson looked exhausted, his defense falling apart. Then came the unforgettable 10th round. Douglas landed a devastating uppercut that snapped Tyson's head backward. He followed it with a brutal combination, right hand, left hook. For the first time in Mike Tyson's entire career, he crashed to the canvas. Tyson struggled to stand, crawling around the ring looking for his mouthpiece and even putting it in backwards as he tried to get up. But the referee finished the count. And just like that, the unbeatable champion was defeated. Buster Douglas had knocked out Mike Tyson in the 10th round, ending Tyson's undefeated record and becoming the new heavyweight champion. The moment the bell rang on July 26, 1986, inside the Glen Falls Civic Center in New York, the atmosphere instantly felt tense. In one corner stood the rapidly rising heavyweight phenomenon Mike Tyson, already feared across boxing for his terrifying knockout power. Tyson entered the fight with a record of 21 wins, 0 losses, and 20 knockouts. From the very first second of the fight, fight, Tyson showed no interest in a slow start. The moment the referee stepped away, Tyson exploded forward with the aggressive peekaboo style taught by his legendary trainer Cus D'Amato. His head moved side to side as he closed the distance, cutting off the ring instantly. Frazier attempted to circle away and create space, but Tyson's speed made that impossible. Within just a few seconds, Tyson had already forced Frazier toward the ropes, unleashing a quick combination that immediately put the challenger on the defensive. Only about 15 seconds into the fight, Tyson slipped inside Frazier's guard and landed a brutal left hook that snapped Frazier's head back. The impact was shocking. Moving forward with relentless pressure, Tyson launched another explosive combination, finishing with a devastating right hand to the jaw. The punch landed perfectly. The effect was instant and brutal. Frazier collapsed backward onto the canvas, completely stunned. The crowd inside the arena erupted as the referee began counting. Frazier attempted to rise, but his legs were gone. It was clear the fight was over almost as quickly as it had begun. After only 30 seconds of the very first round, the referee waved off the contest. Mike Tyson had scored another terrifying first-round knockout, improving his record to 22 wins with 21 knockouts, further cementing his reputation as the most dangerous rising heavyweight in boxing. The fight lasted barely half a minute, but it sent a powerful message to the entire heavyweight division. Tyson was not just winning fights, he was destroying opponents with speed and power that few heavyweights had ever possessed. For many boxing fans, this knockout became one of the earliest moments that proved the world was witnessing the rise of a future heavyweight champion. On June 8, 2002, the boxing world witnessed one of the most anticipated heavyweight clashes in history. On one side stood Mike Tyson, the former undisputed champion, once known as the most feared man on the planet. On the other side was the reigning champion Lennox Lewis, a dominant and highly technical heavyweight at the peak of his career. Tyson entered the fight with a record of 49 wins, 3 losses, 2 no contests, and 43 knockouts, while Lewis stood at 39 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw with 30 knockouts, holding the WBC, IBF, and IBO heavyweight titles. The fight generated massive attention, producing over $106 million in revenue, including nearly 1.95 million pay-per-view buys, making it one of the biggest fights in boxing history. As the rounds progressed, the fight began to follow a clear pattern. Tyson would try to rush forward with bursts of aggression, but Lewis would calmly step back, maintain distance, and punish him with straight punches. In round 2 and round 3, Lewis started landing heavier shots, including right hands that snapped Tyson's head back. Tyson's head movement was still present, but it was not as sharp as in his prime. He absorbed more punches than usual, and the damage slowly began to build. By the middle rounds, Tyson's frustration became visible. He was missing more punches than he was landing, and Lewis's jab continued to dominate the fight. In round 4, Lewis began targeting Tyson's body as well, further draining his energy. Tyson attempted to respond with short hooks on the inside, but Lewis often tied him up or pushed him away before he could create real damage. The size difference became more obvious with every passing minute. In round 5 and round 6, the fight started turning brutal. Lewis landed multiple clean combinations, including powerful uppercuts that snapped Tyson's head upward. Tyson's face showed signs of swelling, and his movements became slower. Still, Tyson continued moving forward, refusing to give up, trying to find that one punch that could change everything. That is what made him dangerous. Even when losing, he always carried knockout power. By round 7, the gap between the two fighters was undeniable. Lewis was fully in control, landing punches at will while taking minimal damage. Tyson, exhausted and worn down, was now fighting mostly on instinct. He attempted to clinch more often, trying to survive the rounds, but Lewis continued breaking him down with precision. Then came the 8th round, the moment that ended it all. Lewis landed a clean, powerful combination that dropped Tyson to the canvas for the first time in the fight. Tyson managed to get back up, showing his trademark toughness, but the damage was already too much. Moments later, Lewis delivered another crushing right hand that sent Tyson down again. This time, the referee stepped in and stopped the fight at 2 minutes and 25 seconds of round 8, declaring Lennox Lewis the winner by knockout. The arena erupted as Lewis celebrated, but for Tyson, this was a defining moment, not of victory, but of realization. The once unstoppable force had been defeated by a superior, more disciplined champion. Tyson finished the fight having shown incredible heart, but it was clear that this was no longer the same fighter who once terrified the world.